Hello everyone and welcome to the Gooner Factory. So Arsenal centre-back Gabriel is the highest scoring defender in the Premier League since he joined Arsenal in 2020. And his luck has just improved again. So we'll get into that. But also Joshua Zirkzee and Arsenal are now leading the race for his signature. But Bayern Munich could scupper Arsenal's chances for such an annoying reason. So let's get into it. So we're going to start with this Gabriel story. And Gabriel so far this season has been incredible. In my opinion, Gabriel is one of the most underrated defenders in the whole Premier League. Maybe in world football. He doesn't seem to get the same respect as a Saliba, for example. When people are mentioning Arsenal's defence, Saliba is always the guy that gets a mention. But Gabriel, in my opinion, is just as important as Saliba in this Arsenal defensive structure. He is so good, not only because what he offers defensively, and he is solid as a rock, he's so aggressive, so precise, but also what he offers in the opposition penalty area from set pieces. Because of that aggression he has, he's always winning the ball first, and that is definitely shown in his numbers. He scored 13 goals, and like I said, for a defender, that is the highest since he joined in 2020 in the whole of the Premier League. And his luck did just get better, because the second goal that he scored against Crystal Palace that was deemed an own goal initially in that 5-0 win has now been overturned. So Gabriel gets credit for the goal, which to me makes sense anyway, because he headed the ball and it was on target. And just because it hit the keeper and then went in, it always seemed to me a weird decision to chalk that down as an own goal. So Gabriel's been given his credit, which is brilliant. And the reason he got given it is because Arsenal appealed to the Premier League. Everyone always says Arsenal loves an appeal, and that is exactly what's happened. And this time though, luckily it's gone in our favour. So make sure you show some love for Gabriel in the comments section, because like I said, I think he is criminally underrated. So next we're going to get into this Joshua Zirkzee story. This one just doesn't seem to be going away. There are so many reports linking Joshua Zirkzee with a move to Arsenal, and it's not necessarily a deal that I would necessarily go for, but Arsenal's name keep cropping up, and now the latest report is that Arsenal are actually leading the race to sign his signature. Teams in Italy want to sign him, Man United want to sign him, but it's now saying that Arsenal are ahead of Man United in the race to sign Joshua Zirkzee. But the only annoying thing with this is, well, it could be annoying depending on your stance on this situation, whether you want him or not, but Bayern Munich do have a buyback clause of 34 million euros. So if they trigger that, then Arsenal have no chance, and it doesn't even matter if the player would prefer a move to Arsenal, because if he's got that in his contract, there's nothing he can do. So this one, I guess, mainly but depends on what Bayern Munich do in the summer. This is never going to be a January deal, by the way. This is more of a summer deal. Like we've said previously on this channel, there's not really going to be any movement in this January window unless we can get rid of players. We have to sell to buy. That's just the way it's working. You can see across the whole of the Premier League, clubs are struggling with the financial fair play this season. And maybe the fact that Arsenal are struggling so much with this financial fair play is the reason that we're going for the kind of player like Joshua Zirkzee. Because like I said, this isn't the first player that I would go straight to thinking, oh my god, Arsenal need to sign this player. He's not exactly tearing up trees with Bologna. I think he scored 9 goals this season, which isn't a terribly high amount. And there's reports coming out today, I'm sure you've seen them as well, that Victor Osimhen has now chose Chelsea as his next destination. So it's looking more and more likely by the day that Victor Osimhen is going to be joining Chelsea. So that is a scary thought as well. Victor Osimhen joining Chelsea, and we're getting a player like Joshua Zirkzee. That doesn't sit right with me. I think Arsenal need to be going out there and signing the very best players in each of these positions. But then that leaves the question, who else is out there? We've obviously got Dusan Vlahovic. I've always been interested in the player from Feyenoord, Jimenez, the Mexican. I think he's putting up very good numbers. You never know with the Dutch league whether they can come into the Premier League and those numbers will come with them, because it's a much weaker league over there in Netherlands. No disrespect to that league whatsoever. But we've seen many players come over here from Ajax, from PSV, from Feyenoord, and they haven't exactly hit the ground running. But I think if we're going to gamble, I would gamble more on a player like that who's scored 30 goals this season. Like I said, I know it's in the Dutch league, but still, if you're scoring 30 goals a season, you know where the back of the net is. So I think Arsenal should be, if we have to, be going for a cheaper player. Maybe looking in that direction. This Joshua Zirkzee, for me, doesn't do it, but let me know your opinions. Do you think this is a player Arsenal should be going for? Or do you think, like Chelsea, we should be going out and really signing that big hitter, that real transformative signing that can take Arsenal to the next level? Like I said, let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything you've heard in this video. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.